Okay, so we're going to start our walk this morning. It's September 6th, I believe, and it's 8:55 in the morning. I tried to connect my little speakers up, but they didn't work, so hopefully this is going to sound okay while we go for a walk. And let's see how this goes. All right, so we're headed out of the house. Let me go ahead and show you the house area. There's my bike and my car up here in Tiger Mountain. So let's see how this goes. I'll check the mail on the way back. Yeah, I think I got pretty much everything. So you can stare at me while I talk, or I can turn the camera around. Guess we can try both. But as you can see, it turned out to be a pretty good day. Excuse me. I don't know how this is going to work with doing my walks every day when I'm working, because like for the next 10 days I'm going to be working. I work 7 straight days at one hospital in one town, and then I'm working, and immediately after 7 days I'm working 1 day in another town at the hospital, and then I'm got 1 day off, and then I work again there. Then I have like 4 days off, and then go back to my 7 straight. But I work nights, so when I have that 1 day off, it's not really a day off, because you sleep. And you got to stay in that night shift mode because you're working the next day, which means that any errands that I have to run, everybody's going to be closed. So we'll see how that works out. It's my fault no matter what. I volunteered. So anyway, this is Tiger. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. And we just came that direction. See, these dogs are following me. How you doing, guys? You going for a walk too? Well, I want to go for a walk. Anyway, we'll see how that work thing goes. I don't know. It was kind of bright when I shined the camera the other way, wasn't it? This is all called kudzu. Grows crazy. They say it comes from, I don't know, China, I think, or Japan, and they brought it here to stop the ground erosion. And what it does is it goes up these trees and everything. Look at how it's engulfing that tree, and they choke them out. It kills them, but they can't stop it. Nothing kills it except fire or goats that eat it. Look at it, it's just like that car over there is completely eaten alive by that stuff. It's like That house also, I mean, it's eating up everything. It's like a, look how it's going up these trees right here. God, I would hate to see this in the Philippines because look at this. It's a big damn tree, and it's climbing all the way up to the top there, and getting on the limbs and cutting the branches off. It weighs down on these wires. It's everywhere. Look at that. That's crazy. But that car, you can't even see that car. And it's right there. And it basically just swallowed it whole. I'm gonna come around, see if I can get a video. Look at how it's just eating everything. You know, and it grows like, I don't know what this, it's like an inch an hour. It grows that fast. It's crazy. And these cars like that one right there, that van right there, if they're right next to that kudzu, and if they don't move it, it like reaches out and engulfs it. It's just crazy how that does that. So anyway, we'll just keep going here talking about kudzu. I never even knew what that was until I moved out here. Let's take a look out here. That's the fire department on the other side of the road over there. And then right over here, can't see it really, but there's that house that's right there. It's really not a house, it's a concession stand. That's a drive-in theater right there. And then right here is the Tiger Cemetery. And it's hard to see these hills that I'm walking up and down, but I'll give you an example. I don't know, maybe the camera can pick that up. I don't know. We'll see. When I get to the reviewing of this video. Everybody wants to know the status of the K1 visa. When we go to our login and we log in, it basically doesn't say anything. But when I talk to Jim, he's a former CIS agent. He follows our stuff in Manila. He said that it's any day now. It's been over a year. I hope it's any day now. I was telling Ging yesterday, separation is the hardest part of this whole thing. It's not so much the waiting, it's the waiting in different countries. So I work, take my mind off of it, and that doesn't work either. I don't know how she's dealing with it. She tells me pretty much the same thing, but how do you know if it's affecting her worse than me? I know she won't let me go very long without contacting me. So I have to stop and turn so you can see where I've been. where I'm going. I don't even know. I'm just walking I don't know, a short distance. Maybe like a mile and a half, 2 miles. That's all. Not far. I can't remember the name. That looks kind of like the leaves, but I know it's not. But there's a leaf in the Philippines that they use. It grows on a tree, not like that, but they use it in their cooking all the time. It's just kind of interesting. I have to agree, it is good. If you notice now, the kudzu's gone. It's not in this area right here, but it was back there. Back there, it was everywhere. But give it time, it'll be here too. It's all over. Here in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Interested to maybe do some research and find out when it was introduced to the United States, the history of it here, you know, who brought it, when they brought it, where they brought it, and from where. Well, like most things, we do something to prevent something only to create a newer problem. Well, great for that. I'm not even talking about the US, I'm talking about humanity. Anyway, see how quiet it is? It's really nice. I enjoy the quiet. That's one thing I probably will miss when moving to the Philippines, is the quiet, because it is noisy there. Lots of roosters. My God, they got so many roosters. Not only roosters, but dogs. Lots of dogs. And then there's the people. They're loud also. And you go to the malls, the music is loud. People on the street selling, yelling, using microphones, and the guy selling balut. Oh my God, it's so noisy there. I don't know if a camera could ever show you how loud it is. And then there's the honking. If you're in the city, there's the honking. The honking is different there than here. What that's about is it's customary to ply your horn, warning somebody that you're coming by, you're going to pass them. You're honking the horn to just let people know that you're there. And that's different than here. Here, honking is all about rudeness, actually. Oh my God, you almost hit me. You know, kind of like, you mother. You know, we do things so differently. And then there's the Philippines, who they do it out of politeness, adding to the noise pollution. It's funny. It really is. I could get used to all that. The one thing that's hard to get used to about when driving in the Philippines, though, is the amount of inconsistency of road rules. It's kind of like suggestions to them. It's not even a law. They just, here, let me show you where I'm at. Okay. That way right there goes to the highway. And that's the way I go to work. There's a road right there that goes to the left. That'll take you kind of back to Clayton. That's the road we just came down all the way down there. and the tiger cemetery. So now what we're doing is we're going to just walk down here. We are in town, by the way. This is the big town of Tiger, Georgia. Right there, where that truck is on the left-hand side, you see a brick building there. That is our post office. This building here used to be a storefront, but we don't know what it is going to be until somebody buys it, if somebody hasn't bought it already. But you see Clayton right there to the right, to Lakemont to the left, Lake Raven, Tallulah Falls. I just love these signs. It's not like any other city. Look at all the signs up here. That's our one stoplight right there. It's a flashing four-way. Looks like somebody might have bought it. I don't know. Is it getting some furnishings in there? Interesting, I don't know. This is the only market in town, and they only sell chips or whatnot, but in the mornings you can get biscuits, and those biscuits truly are award-winning biscuits with like eggs or bacon, whatever, right there. And then these are little tiny storefronts right here. I'll come across here and I'll turn the camera around again so you can see. So there's the storefront right there, and this is the other star I was pointed to right there. And I don't know what's in these storefronts here, but I know that that's a salon, or it says Salon Boutique. It's really beautiful inside there too. They're the wood and everything. Here they sell a lot of different stone. You can see. You know, I drive by here every day and I don't even know the name of it. There's Tiger Baptist Church right there. You know how many Baptists, just like every block in the state of Georgia, you'll find a Baptist church. You've got some really nice stones in there. And they built in the back, when we walked by, maybe you saw the bridge, you can back pedal and see where they brought the ground level up. And they put a lot of stone back there. They did a really good job. This right here is a doctor's office, or it used to be a doctor's office. It might still be a doctor's office. Dr. Gerard, who I worked with in one of the other hospitals, he worked here, and then he quit. He was talking about this sign that you cannot see, and I'll show you why. It says hybrid schooling. Maybe they're not a doctor's office anymore. Adventures Resource Center, innovative hybrid schooling. Interesting. So they did take that sign down. So right here there was a sign they put up, but he put it up the wrong way, because if you're driving in a car, either way you couldn't see it, because you'd have to read it from this angle rather than that angle. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to check that out. Hybrid schooling. Huh. Maybe that's why he said he's not gonna work there anymore, because they're both retiring. And I guess the city is responsible for this section because look how they only mowed a small section of that. There's more kudzu back there. My God, look at all that kudzu. And you can see the drive-in right there. I'll get a clear picture without these trees, and I'll show you how the city was named Tiger, because we're right at the base of Tiger Mountain. You can see the hills and the mountains over here. I hear a small motor running there, so somebody's weed eating. Anyway, it's a beautiful area. Even with the weed eater going, it's how quiet it is. If I could really find something this quiet in the Philippines, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. So anyway, we're coming up on that fire department that we walked past a little while back. This is my first time going for a walk. This is me getting back in shape slowly. So, you know, I'm starting out slow, do a couple miles. Airbnb here. I drive by this area. I wonder how many people actually rent this Airbnb. Honeymoon suite. That's the fire department. That right there. Oh, I'm sorry. That right there is Tiger Mountain. And so look, we're right at the base of it. That's how we got the name Tiger Mountain. But you could take it for, some people might call that a mountain, some people might not. I know in the Philippines they call that a mountain. So, and then this is the community center. I think it's a different name for the community center. Let me show you. That is, what do they call it? Chamber of Commerce? Maybe the Chamber of Commerce. And as you can see, this screen I was showing you earlier, and that is the Tiger Drive-In, and this is the volunteer fire department right here. Pretty big actually for a little tiny town of only a few hundred. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bays. So you wonder what kind of trucks they have in there. And then this is the town hall. Oh, even more important. This is the town hall. Let's take a look at the writings that they have. Established or incorporated in 1904. So as we look at this, you can see the top one there. The town of Tiger meets the second Monday of every month. Mayor and council, phone numbers, meeting dates. It's which in this case, because we're already in September, it'll be next Monday. This is the minutes, it looks like. And there is like, it's no minute that much being discussed here. And then here we have the town of Tiger, you know, how much their taxes and licenses and rents, and gosh, it's so funny. Mike Carnes is the mayor. I didn't know that. I live here. I've lived here for a few years. I didn't know the mayor was named Mike Carnes. So let's take a peek in. Can't even really see even for the camera. But anyway, this is town hall. 1, 2, 3 parking spaces on this side, and on this side over here, they don't really even have. We try to park here in the front. But sometimes I come out here and I'll fly my drone because it's wide open right here. So I'll fly my drone here. I'll park my car right here and fly, because it gives me space to make errors, make mistakes. So anyway, there's the Tiger Drive-In. There's the screen right there. Since this is my first walk, let me walk on the other side of the road because I'm walking in this wet grass. Since this is my first walk, I'm really eager to get back to editing this video so I can see how it all turned out. I'm trying to figure out how my microphones connect to it, but I think I need to get something else to plug it into the GoPro or something because it's not connecting. I didn't do a very good job of doing my research. So anyway, right now here at the Tiger Drive-In, you got the equalizer playing, and then on Saturdays you got the artesian market. I've never been to the artesian market. I don't know what that is. And then right here is a nursing home called Canyon Woods. You can see it's right over here. And it used to be some sort of mill right there, and that's the road that I live on. We'll be turning there, but I don't know what kind of work was done there. Turned out to be a good day, didn't it? Do you know what kind of mill this was before?
No.
I drive by it every day. I've lived here for years. I never inquired what that is.
I was wondering myself.
You know, and I live right here on this road, and I drive by it several times a day, and I never inquired.
Go down to the historical society there in town, Clayton.
Uh-huh.
They'll probably know what it is.
Oh, I'm going to ask now that it's on my brain. I won't forget. Have a great day. All right, so I'm going to inquire what that is. What kind of mill? Maybe it isn't even a mill. It's some kind of manufacturing or something. So anyway, here I am on Turpin Street. We're headed back to the house. Look at all this kudzu though. I mean, it's crazy. It goes, it's like, it's gonna swallow this house if they don't do something about it. And I don't know what they're gonna do about it, but let me show you, if I can. It's a vine. It's a vine, but look at the hairs on it. And you can see, and it grows approximately 1 inch 1 hour. That's why it swallows everything so fast. I was living in North Carolina, and what I would do, you see this vine here, you can see how thick that is. That's kudzu. And so I would follow it down, and I would cut it at the base as much as I could around all of my property trees. I almost bought a whole bunch of, look at that vine. Feels like Tarzan could swing from that. But anyway, I was thinking about renting goats. They rent goats to eat your kudzu. And you know how goats eat pretty much anything. So I consider that. I never did it, but I did keep going out and cutting that kudzu every year. I'd cut it down and cut it down, and it just swallows these plants and trees. Let's look at this. I've never really slowed down and walked. You see there's a conveyor belt right there. I don't know what those two towers are. There's a trailer, which I'm sure was the office. There's that house we were showing you earlier where the car is going to swallow. I'll show you that car one more time. So at the gate, there was no sign. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. You know, if anybody would know though what that is, it would be the people that live here. There's a lady who, she's an older lady, but she gets out there and you see her mowing, and she really takes really good care of her yard. There's a ditch right here though you sometimes can't see, and you don't want to accidentally get your wheel caught up in that. But I would love to find out what that, I call it a mill. I'd like to know what that actually was. You know what? I've never been down here. Let's go down here just to see. I'm not exactly exhausted yet, so we'll just keep on. There's Tiger Mountain right there. You know, if you live back here, you get even less traffic, so it's probably even quieter. But then you get the main road, which is old 441. Look at the size of the propane tanks here compared to the Philippines. There's somebody's boat that's already got plants growing on it. All right, the end of the pavement right here. I think that's the end of the road, period. So that house there, a house here, another property, another house there. Okay, so that's the end of that. And the name of this road is another question, and I just live right here. It's like forever I just ignore the stuff right around me. It's got to stop. I need to become more alert to my surroundings and pay attention. Anyway, that's the way we came right there. So if I switch this around, if I can figure out, I forgot how to turn this around, hang on. I think I just have to turn the whole thing around like that. For some reason I thought there was a camera portion on the back like my iPhone, but it's not an iPhone. It's a GoPro, and by the way, I'm using a GoPro 10. I don't know if I'm going to get another GoPro though. I have a GoPro 6 and a GoPro 10, and I've also used just my iPhone in some of the videos that you may have seen. But I'm going to try and get one of those I don't know what they're called, but if you're holding your selfie stick and recording and walking, it's like the selfie stick disappears or something. It's really strange how that works, but it's cool. So I'm going to give it a try, and we'll see. One thing at a time. I still have to learn how to use my green screen. But it was a really nice walk. This house right here, they delivered one of my motorcycle tires to that house. I'm like, that's way wrong. So I called FedEx, and FedEx told me, you know, walk around and see if your neighbors have it. Well, I did. I knocked on everybody's door. But I found the tire there, nobody was home. The tire had been sitting there for days. So we're almost to the house now. So I'm walking up this hill. You can see, you can't see the road anymore because that's the crest of the hill. Let's turn around at the top of that. I'll show you, wait. Like I was saying, I was telling you that, but you weren't seeing it. So that's the crest of the hill there. And I'm gonna turn around and show you from the top of this here. You can hear my voice hiking uphill. All right. It doesn't really show it from here, but That's uphill all the way from old 441. And now we're going downhill. That's my neighbor's house right there. Across the street, there's a trailer. And you can see my house because it has two flags. The American flag and the Marine Corps flag. And in front of the house, I have two more flags. And I'll show you them and I'll tell you what they are as we get there. That's my garage that I use in foul weather for my motorcycle. Yes, that's my sign. Vote Republican for freedom. Because I'm a Trumper. There's my house and my car and my motorcycle. But as you can see, I got a flag, the Filipino flag, because that's where I want to live and retire. Not that I'm going to be a Filipino citizen, but that's where I want to live. Then I have my Trump 2024 flag, Take America Back. And if that ain't the truth, to take America back. So, this will conclude. This is going to conclude our little walk. I really want to thank you for walking with me, listening to me. I'm sorry I've been away for so long. My plan is to learn how to start doing reaction videos also. So you may see some reaction videos soon. If so, watch it. Because I'm only going to record the reactions to the videos I thought were interesting. And hopefully you find them as well. So again, thanks. Stay informed. Not just by me, by others, but definitely follow me. It helps me a lot. And I'll keep you posted on the status of our K1 visa and where it's going. Thanks again, guys. See ya. Bye.